to part 2 of the All My Dolls saga that's going on at the moment. In this video, we're going to be dealing with all of the Girl of the Year dolls that I have. I almost have a complete set, not 100%, and I do have a couple of the contemporary characters that they did a couple years back included in here as well. And another thing to keep in mind before we get started, some of these are like TLC projects that I just haven't done yet, so if some of them look a little ratty, it's because I just haven't had the time to do it and I've gotten a little lazy. But nonetheless, enjoy part 2. So the first Girl of the Year that I ever got, and the first doll that I ever got, so she is so special, is Mia. And she's really not in that bad a shape for it being my first ever doll, and the fact that I was 8 in 2008. So she is super sentimental to me, super special. I have her whole collection. She is just the cutest, and honestly she's pretty underrated as well. I am currently on the hunt for an inbox Mia just to have, because of course why not add another one. But yeah, super special, and I love her so much. The next Girl of the Year that I have is Krissa, and I got her right when she came out back in 2009, and she is not my favorite Girl of the Year that I have. I think it's just because mine, I don't know, she kind of looks a little funky. I'm not really sure why mine looks so different than others, but yeah, so I have Krissa. I also got Gwen in 2009 with Krissa's release, and she is just so adorable. Yes, is she a little bit basic? Yes, but I am certainly lucky to have gotten her back in the day, because she can kind of be a little pricey nowadays, so I'm super happy to have gotten her then. Sonali is another one I got back in 2009. Thankfully, when I was getting back into collecting, I didn't think she was so sought after and quote-unquote rare, but I am thankful for like 9-year-old me asking for her specifically, because the prices are so crazy nowadays. But she is just so gorgeous. Her hair length, the color, the subtle highlights in it, she is just so stunning, and I'm so happy to have her. During this time of 2009, I do remember getting Jess for Christmas that year. It was such a huge surprise because she had been retired for a couple years, but it was definitely such a huge surprise to get her new in box during that time, so that was super exciting. And she is one of my favorite Girl of the Years. I just love her collection, every aspect of it, the outfits, everything like that. And the Jess mold does happen to be one of my favorites that they have used. Nowadays, I don't know what is going on with it. Like, some of the eyes are a little weird, uneven sometimes, but the OG Jess right here is so stunning, and I love her so much. Lainey I got in 2010 when she came out, and I remember this was back when the Boston store was still a thing. Going there and just seeing her whole collection, those were like the good old days. But she's just so underrated, I feel. She has just really beautiful eyes, the hazel, her little side bangs are so of the time, and her curly hair, I just love her so much. Her collection is one of my favorites, and again, I feel like it's kind of underrated, so I hope more love for Lainey appears in the future. Next Girl of the Year that I have is McKenna, and she is special because I got her for the first and only time I went to the New York store. So this was in 2012, I believe. So super exciting. The store was amazing, and I've been dying to go back ever since. I know they moved it in New York. But yeah, so McKenna is super special and sentimental for that reason. I got Sage for Christmas of 2013, and she was the last doll that I got before I went on a collecting hiatus for like 7 years. So I never really had the time to connect with her. I only got the doll itself and not anything else of her collection, which is why she's wearing Tenny's outfit right here. But she's just so stunning. She is one of the dolls that is kind of like my mini-me, with her hair color, eyes, freckles, all of that. So I'm definitely glad I got her when I got her, because unless you get one new in box, the hair can be kind of a nightmare to deal with secondhand. So yeah. Marisol I got in a local doll boutique back in maybe 2012, I think. I love her. I sadly don't have any of her collection besides her and her me outfit, which is upsetting. So once I get my priorities straight, I'm definitely gonna hunt down some outfits for her, her trunk, things like that, because she is just super pretty, and we need more love for Marisol. The next doll I have is Kaylee, and you're probably wondering, why is this so out of order? And that's because during the shutdowns and the pandemic of 2020, I was like, you know what's a good use of my time? By going up and going and sorting through all of my American Girl stuff, writing everything down, because I hadn't really revisited any of my collection for like 7 years, so I'm like, let me take advantage of the time I have. And during all of this, I'm like, you know what? There is no shame in being a 20-something doll collector. So I always wanted Kaylee. I was looking on eBay randomly, and I found her, and the rest is history. I've gotten like 100-ish more dolls since then, which is sad, I know. But Kaylee, super beautiful. I got her in a lot with a couple of her things, her dog Sandy. And she's another one that is just so underrated. I just think she's so beautiful. Her features might be a little basic, but her hair is beautiful. Everything like that. So yeah, Kaylee, I wouldn't be here today without her. Next I have Isabel, and I also got her in like that 2020 time. She was actually a local Facebook marketplace find. I got her case, and a couple of her mix and match outfits for like $30, which is incredible, considering she's not in that bad a shape for being secondhand. So maybe one day I'll go and try to get more outfits for her, but at the moment I'm content with what she has. Next girl of the year I have is Nikki. I also got her during this time. She was on one of like the Facebook buy sell trade groups, and she came with her like meat outfit, I think a hospital box, which is kind of cool. But I have nothing else of her collection as well, and her outfits are really cute, so I need to definitely get on that and get some more outfits for her. I also need to have like a dedicated spa day for her, just to like redo her hair, because it's kind of ratty at the moment, but she's just so adorable, and she's another one that I think is just so underrated within the Girl of the Year line. Next we have Lindsay, and she was also a local Facebook marketplace find, and she came with her full me outfit, and the seller was super nice. She gave me an extra Samantha's bed, which I'm like, okay, sure. And a whole bunch of other Girl of Today outfits, which was super kind of her. So that was fun. But she is just so cute. I love Lindsay. I'm so sad her collection was so small. I just need to get her computer bag set, and then I'll have everything, but like that's not saying much because there's like 2 things. But yeah, Lindsay is super cute, and we wouldn't have this line without her. Gabriella is also a doll that I got in one of the buy sell trade groups. She came with her me outfit and this outfit, which I think is so cute, and her cat, I want to say, for a pretty reasonable price. I probably paid a little too much at the time, not knowing, but super cute. And she's another one like Nikki, where I just need I need like an hour to just, probably more, but to just work with her hair, because I honestly haven't tried to fix it since the time I got her. which is just me being lazy, but one day she's gonna have good curls and not like flat, you know, frizzy mess right now. So one day I'll get around to doing it. So Grace came in a huge lot that I got locally on Facebook, and like deal of the century, like so cheap for the doll, a couple outfits, Caroline outfits, Josefina stuff, which was incredible because as I was getting back into collecting, I never, like, she was kind of on the back burner for me, but after seeing her in person, I can understand why she's so loved. She's stunning. Like, her hair, like the caramel highlights that are just like thrown in there are just so beautiful. She's so cute, and I definitely am so happy she's in the collection. So Leah is another doll that I got in the buy sell trade groups, and when she arrived, I almost had a near heart attack. Her feet were sticking out of the box. She was like wrapped in one of like those drawstring gym bags. Like, it was a little frightening, I'm not gonna lie, but she came and she was somehow perfect, so that is good. She came with her meat outfit, which, I don't know, she's in Kira's outfit, which is a little cuter in my opinion at the moment, but like, just like a couple of the other ones, like, her meat outfit is the only thing I have for her collection, so I'll definitely have to hunt some things down. Kanani I got locally on Facebook Marketplace for pretty cheap. She came with her meat outfit, and as well as her, I believe it's her shaved ice stand. It's missing some things, but overall a really good deal for her, and she's in pretty good shape. Her hair is not bad at all. There's no like weird bald spots or anything like that, which I'm happy about. There was like a Kanani at a antique market where I was like, should I get her? But she was like all bald and missing hair for like way too expensive, so I'm so happy to have her in my collection. You know, I'm not really sure why I didn't get her back in the day, because I remember seeing her in the Boston store, so if I could go back in time, I would have totally gotten her more of her collection. Kira I got for my birthday in 2021, and I know not a lot of people like her, but I think she's just really beautiful. Her eye color, her hair, I know she gets a lot of flack for looking like Julie, but honestly, looking at the two of them together, it's just like the face mold, and the blonde hair, but their hair is pretty different. I don't know. I think Kira's stunning, and I am so happy to have her. Tenny I got in one of the Costco bundles when American Girl was selling them on their website, like around Christmas time, maybe like 2 years ago, I want to say. Admittedly, she is not my favorite doll. I think it's just like unnerving, her eyes. I don't know. She has beautiful hair though, I do give her that, but it's just, there's just something about her that is just a little unnerving that I'm just not the biggest fan of. Ziyang I got on Marketplace for a really good deal. She is pretty TLC, you probably can't tell on camera, but I have tried so much. Her hair is just like where her part should be. It's just not doing what it has to do, and in the front she has like a big like weft of hair just missing, so I really need to send her to the doll hospital for a new head at some point, just because I really like her. I like her collection. I recently just bought her desk like complete on Marketplace. I know, shock. So I really want to like preserve her so she can have her own like room one day. So yeah, she's super cute, and I'm so happy to have her because she's so hard to find. Corinne I got right away when she came out last year, and I think she's just so adorable. I love her hair. I like how it's not like over the top like some of the Truly Me's that were coming out at the time where they're like bright purple. It's like just like a nice subtle. Admittedly, I don't have a lot of her collection. I just didn't really like anything. But maybe I'll pick up like some of her clothing, I guess, before she retires, because she's still being sold. But for right now, she's just chilling in this old soccer outfit, which kind of matches her hair. So yeah, I definitely need to get more for her. And lastly, at the moment, we have Gwen, Corinne's sister. And as well, I'm not like the biggest fan of their collection overall, like the winter stuff. But I do have a couple Willy Wesher outfits I plan on getting to put her in that are just a lot cuter. So I'll be keeping an eye out for those. So if you are still watching after all of that, this concludes the second part of my All My Dolls saga that's going on at the moment. Stay tuned for the, probably in 2 parts, the Truly Me's, just because there's so many of them. It's my favorite line that American Girl has, which I know is a little controversial. But stay tuned for those, and thank you for all the views and subscribers so far. Like, this is like pretty cool, as this is just like a little side hobby after work kind of thing. So thank you so much, and see you in the next one.